Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to do a quick little get ready with me video. It's by no means going to be like a tutorial or anything, just something quick and easy, kind of what I do on an everyday basis. I got my coffee, it's super freaking hot. I might clip in another scene of like 5 minutes ago whenever everything was a disaster and a spider fell. And then my coffee burned my throat. And then just this morning has been a struggle, like to say the least. Oh gosh, I'm just like a mess today. Why am I like this? This is not going well. But you know what? I'm up before noon and that is really hard for me sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. So, all right, first things first. This really janky looking professional that I've had for probably too long. But I haven't run out of it, so honestly I think that's a pretty good thing. Yeah, so this stuff is like a serious game changer because I definitely have the worst pores in the world. And lately, as I'm sure you guys probably already noticed, my skin is breaking out and that's really... I go through phases, like phases where my skin is awesome and then phases where it's just like, what the hell happened to you? You just can't predict it. It's just life telling you that life goes on, things change. I'm gonna mix these two, and I've never done this before, so I'm not really sure how it's gonna go. I might just end up doing this one. But this one is my favorite. It's awesome. You can literally just put it on with your fingers like it's a lotion, and it's so full coverage. It's just like, it would like cover this right now. That's crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna mix the two, which may not go very well, but I'm just like dark AF right now. The next product I'm gonna use is this Age Rewind dark circle eraser. You guys know this one. Typically, like especially when I was going to class, I would just like pop this on. I wouldn't even put foundation on a lot this year because I was just like honestly not feeling it. I was like so done with school this year. You know, I don't know. Some people understand what I'm saying and then other people are kind of like, no, I want to stay forever. I don't understand that. I mean like education is really important, but it's just like, I've done this my whole life. And I just feel like school for me, especially as a child, was just so hard for me. I have really bad anxiety and my anxiety with school pretty much started whenever I was in preschool or I think Mother's Day out, so even before that, where my mom would have to leave me and then I'd have to like fend for myself with these like mean teachers, which is funny because like I've been a preschool teacher, so I know like they're not... Well, I think I really did have a mean one, but I wasn't a mean preschool teacher, so I hope none of my kids were anxious, but I was so anxious that like every morning on the way, I would just like puke my guts out in the backseat of my mom's car, and I just know like that must have been so hard for her to have to, because she had to work, so like she'd have to send me anyways, and then I'd get called home because I peed on my mat one time and I don't know, I wasn't a rebellious child, but it's just like I guess I couldn't handle my anxiety, which like let's be honest, I couldn't either. And then 4th grade happened and that's whenever, I mean I was always anxious about school, but I think it got worse whenever we changed schools. And I literally would go home almost every single day. I would find a way to get sick. I would make myself throw up, or I had weird theories about how to make my temperature go up. So I would like hold my breath and just do all of these things so that they would think that something's wrong with me and they would send me home, and honestly it worked. I went to so many doctors for it and I don't know, it's just kind of frustrating that it's something like I had to figure out on my own. Which is kind of, it sounds silly to like not understand or know what anxiety is, but whenever you're that young, like you just think that there is something physically wrong with you. Like your stomach is always upset and always hurting and you're just like shaky and nervous to go anywhere. So I would say I've improved. But I mean, what I'm trying to say is that school has always been kind of a trigger for my anxiety. I'm putting some bronzer on now so I can match my arms. Okay, favorite music. So lately I've been listening to a lot of Harrison Broom. I think that's how you say it. My favorite one by him is Midnight Island. I really appreciate all the instrumentals that they have in the background and all the layering that they do. And then I know I haven't talked about them on camera because I haven't talked about any music stuff on camera, but my favorite band literally of all time is Lyss. I'm just always gonna love them. So if you haven't heard of them, you need to go check them out. Tap water drinking. Super intense but amazing song. Like just everything behind that song is so beautifully written. and they're awesome in concert. I saw them at South by, then I saw them at ACL, then I saw them at their actual concert, which was like the Tower in Houston, and then I saw them again at South by, but I didn't get to say hi, which really sucks because I really wanted to say hi to them, so a little salty about it. But I did lose my ID, so that's kind of why I wasn't able to fully experience South by this year. I had actually just finished all of my shifts. Like, you have to work a certain number of hours if you want to earn a badge, because like your girl doesn't have $2,000 to spend on a badge. And I just finished all of my 64 hours. We had been doing things like in between whenever I was done with my shifts, but it's a lot of time to work in like 1 week. And so I just was working like 12-hour days and just exhausted and still like trying to do things at night. And finally I was like, yes, I'm free, like I can do things. And then we walked out of the YouTube lounge and life happened and just got in the way. I had my ID in my badge holder and the wind blew, and that's the only thing I can think of is that like from like moving or like whatever I was doing that it just like flipped out of there. Because there's really honestly no other explanation. Gotta blend this baby out. I don't even know how this is really looking. Wake up, Alyssa. It's 12. I really don't trust myself. That's why I put so many alarms. Like, I will literally put an alarm on until like 2 p.m., which is the latest I can possibly leave to go to the event that I'm going to tonight. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a night person. I just wake up at night and I'm just ready to go. Okay, so the bronzing for that part is done. Now I'm gonna do my nose. I think this is my favorite part, but also like the scariest part of doing my makeup. It's just like, I don't want to look like Michael Jackson. Yeah, it is really hard to go fast when I'm talking. What's funny is the things that I'm saying, I mean, it's weird because I'm talking to a camera, I guess, but the things that I'm saying are kind of, I have conversations like on the daily just to myself, and it's like I'm talking to an audience. And I used to do that whenever I was younger too. So it's like I used to get in the shower and I would talk about the products that I was using and like the steps that I would go into, and I would like write notes on it and just like, I don't know, I'm super weird. Yeah, so this is essentially like what I would be saying to myself probably anyways. It's just that I'm like physically saying it out loud. And then I realized like how many tangents I go off of, and I'm like, wow, am I ADD? Honestly, I think I might be a little ADD lately. All right, now we're doing the brows, and I just used the Milani Easy Brow. This is what I use. I don't know if you can really even see it. It's just one of those eyebrow gels that are tinted. I actually got this for my mom for Christmas, and then she never uses the makeup that I give her, so I took it. Yeah, I have like no eyebrows. I've been seeing a lot of people doing the microblading on their eyebrows, which really intrigues me. But all of these procedures that people are doing right now are so freaking expensive. Like, for those of you who don't know what microblading is, because like I really didn't know either, so I don't expect you to, but it's where they shape your brows and then they take like a little needle. Honestly, it's like giving you a semi-permanent tattoo, because it takes like a little needle and it makes little strokes or like poking motions into your eyebrow, and oops, and then it's like, I guess, a semi-permanent dye, so I guess at some point it like washes out in case you like hate it. But these actually really do look like hair, so it just looks like they filled in your brows, which honestly for me this would be a great step, because I have to define my brows, otherwise I just look like a total mess. Like, I think I look more tired whenever my brows aren't filled in than anything else, which is funny because I never used to fill in my brows, but now it's really important to me. It's my mom. Hey, Mom. Hello?
Hey, sweetheart.
Okay, this really is my everyday makeup. I'm just like having fun today. And also procrastinating because I hate driving by myself, like long distances. I really like to listen to music with people in the car. Like, I think it's really fun to vibe with other people and what they like to listen to. So whenever it's just me, I try really hard not to use my phone and change the songs and stuff. So I have to like commit to listening to like Britney Spears for 2 hours, and then if I stop I can do it. But yeah, not my forte all the time. Okay, so I'm gonna blend this sucker out. We're almost done. I basically just do like one color in my crease area, which is like this kind of warm toned brown, and I blend it out a little bit. From the same palette, I take this shade and I just pop it on the inner corners here. I mean, I'm going somewhere later, so I'm probably gonna have to add to this, but if we're just driving home, that's just a-okay. Honestly, I wouldn't even normally do makeup to drive home because kind of an all or nothing girl, but I just was feeling it today. Okay, so now I'm going to do, I normally don't even do like eyeliner or anything. I just go straight in with some mascara. And actually, no, I want to do highlight, obviously, because I can't go without highlight. I've definitely been going without blush though a lot lately, and for highlight, to make it easy, I'm just using this like same Laura Geller palette thing that I got at Christmas time, and it was like super cheap. Like one of these little things cost probably like $20, but whenever I went, it was like the whole thing was like 40 or 60, and I was just like, yes. Yeah, the lighting isn't the best, so I can't really see how much highlighter I'm putting on, so it might be a lot. I might just be like glowing today. You know, I have oily skin naturally, so I just tend to glow all the time, but it's not the glow that you want. Not always. But that means that my wrinkles will be severely postponed, which is awesome, because I don't want those. All right, now I do the mascara, and then we are done. Does that happen to everybody when you do mascara? It's like only whenever you're in a hurry do you have mishaps like this. Like, are you kidding me? All right, so on a normal day, this is pretty much it, but I'm feeling like putting a little bit of a color on my lips. My go-to is the Essence Barely There. It's a great color. I always like this one because it's a little like plummy color. It adds a little depth, I think, to the look. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I gotta go home. I'll see you later.